Hi guys, welcome to another Confessions of Room 3428. It's Friday. Woohoo! And that means I must be Addie. I don't think anyone's mentioned this yet, but Kim is alive. I know she's talked to us about her not vlogging on Monday, but I don't know if anyone has mentioned it yet in their video. So Kim is fine. Kim had some tie-ups on Monday, and that's why she didn't vlog. Tuesday, we all know, Lizzie was having her gallbladder taken out, kind of an emergency sort of thing. So our dear old Edward, he filled in for us, and love him to death. Who doesn't? Lisa, your audio was perfect. Your video, not so much. I don't know what was wrong with it. I think it was part focus of your camera and part just quick capture being stupid. I got some questions to answer. I even made some notes for myself. So Josh, you asked for first love / first betrayal or funniest thing I've ever seen. Because I think you're so funny, that's a really intimidating question, the second one. And I think that's why everyone's gone for first betrayal or love. What could be my funniest thing ever that I could tell them and they would laugh? I was like, Josh asked that question, so that's a really hard question to ask. I also am going to chicken out and go with my first love, and I'm not going to go with any playground love that everyone seems to have done. His name is Mo. I started falling in love with this guy. I was working at Panera Bread, and he was my manager, and we started dating, and it was just this big roller coaster because, you know, fell in love like that. Within 6 months of the relationship, I knew I was in love with him wholeheartedly, like, no questions asked, and he had proposed to me. I was 18 years old, and I knew that we were going to be together forever, and blah, 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 and so, of course I said yes. So he gave me a ring. I still have that ring in my jewelry box. My parents never had anything against Mo, and they had something against me being so committed and so fixated on being with him for the rest of my life at such a young age. But I feel like I've matured so much since that relationship. So we dated for almost 2 years, and I was so ready to marry him. Nobody understood what I was feeling. Nobody understood how much I loved him. He was 26. Yeah. I was very in love with him. And rightfully so. He's an amazing man. He's a good guy. Always treated me well. And ever since then, I've kind of been a commitophobe. Like, I watch Engaged and Underaged on MTV, and I see these young kids who are so ready to get married, and they know they're going to be together forever, and it makes me want to cry, because I was there at one point, and I realized I have the rest of my life to find somebody. If it's meant to be, it's meant to be, but I need this time right now for me, because later on in my life, it's going to be about my kids, or about my husband, or about my pets, or, you know, whatever. And right now, I just need to focus on me, because I'm not going to get that luxury later in life. So, I knew that's what I needed to do. That was a long answer. I am so sorry. Thank God for movie making magic. So, when Edward was on, he asked for our first memory of him. I was sitting there on Josh's bed in room 3428, and this tall, lanky kid came in, and people were going, Edward! Edward! Oh, Edward! And everybody was hugging him, and everybody was going crazy. Like, oh, we missed you, blah, blah, blah. And I forget who I turned, but I said, is that Edward, the news poster Edward? And they're like, yeah. And I remember going, he looks like a young Severus Snape. And they're like, yeah, he does. Yeah, he does. So before I got to know Edward, he was that Snape kid. Mwah. You know I love you. So, that's my first memory of you. I don't know if that's what you were looking for. Lisa wanted to know, if I was a hotel in Las Vegas, what would it be? After I thought about it, I think I'm the Palms. Now I know that kind of sounds conceited. I guess any of them would sound conceited. I'm saying the Palms because, it's where, like, all the young people hang out, the kids who are looking to party, and that's me. And I decided that if I ever had a choice, and I went back again, and money, wasn't an issue, I would stay at the Palms. People there that I relate to, therefore, I think I would be that hotel. Before we go, I wanted to pose a question as well, because I haven't yet. And I thought of a really good one this week, and I was like, all week, I'm going to ask that question, but now there are 2 other questions for everybody to answer, but you can answer all 3, or you can hold off till next week. I won't be offended. This question that I thought of is, what would your Patronus be, and why? Why do you think that's your Patronus? I'll go ahead and give my answer. I think that I am a panda bear, my Patronus. I've actually put a lot of thought into that. The reason why is not only because when I think of pandas, I think of, cute, cuddly teddy bear. And also, for some reason, I associate them with being a good mother. I don't know, Bamboo and its baby pandas. Maybe because that baby panda was born. Or is that an Anchorman? I don't know. I don't remember. I think of baby pandas, and that makes me think of being a good mother. But also, I think a panda bear because if you piss them off, they get mean. And that's me. So, I kind of have like 2 extremes, black and white, if you will, like a panda. But, so that's my question. I want to hear everyone answer it, and I love you guys. I miss you. I wish you were here. And I guess that's all. Okay, I love you guys. Bye. Hi guys, welcome to another confession. So, I think of polar bears, and I think of, like, just big teddy bears, and I think I'm a polar bear, though. Or, not a polar bear, a panda bear. Did I say panda bear? Did I say polar bear?